Welcome to Black Book TV, where we spotlight Houston's best black-owned businesses.
I just want to see black businesses do well. That's it.
Yeah.
Because you basically telling them like I'm necessary.
You are.
One thing about God, he will give you the vision.
What's up, Black Bookers, and welcome to another episode of Black Book TV, where we highlight the hottest, the brightest, the smartest, the successful entrepreneurs, community leaders, innovators, you name it. We're going to interview them. We're going to put that spotlight on them. Today, we have a very special guest. When I say a very special guest, I truly mean that. This brother is super brilliant, awesome, amazing, phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with William Johnson Jr., the founder and owner of W. Johnson Consultant. He's also the founder of the 3-in-1 Man Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Will is a sailor. He's a saint. He's all the good stuff, right? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let him kind of introduce himself a little bit. What's up, Will? How you doing today?
What's up, Mr. Kraft? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thanks.
So, man, we sitting here, we got these robots in front of us. I know your background. You are a robotics engineer, a ROV pilot. You know, you kind of been navigating this space. What's the word I want to use? Kind of just flying under the radar a little bit, right? Which is a good thing, right? You know, you're not too flashy, not too, flamboyant or nothing like that. But I think it's important that people know your story, because what you're doing is amazing. What you're doing is awesome. But before we kind of dive into all of that, can you kind of, introduce yourself, tell the people, who you are, your background, and what made you start W. Johnson Consulting?
That's a good question, man. Honestly, I just found out who I was a couple months ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
About I didn't say a couple months, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Right? But I'll tell you who I used to be.
Okay.
So born and raised Homestead. Mother struggled with, drugs. I was born with drugs in my system, all that good stuff, After that, I played football. I wasn't the best, maybe because it was the drugs. That's what I thought,
Yeah.
Wasn't the smartest, maybe because of drugs. That's what I thought, But after that, man, I played football and learned some discipline playing football. My dad kept me in church, kept me out of the streets. That was the best thing that happened to the situation. Was my father in the situation. He just was a stand-up man, and he kept God first in the house, even after he moved on from my mother. But while I was in school, I picked up a trade, auto collision repair. I wanted to paint cars.
Oh, wow.
So I would hear like the local rappers like Slim Dim talking about candy paint, whatever. I said, I got something for them cats. I'm going to learn how to paint cars.
Yeah.
And so I ended up joining the Navy to paint airplanes.
Wow.
Because the recruiter's like, you want to paint cars? What about airplanes? I was like, bet. Got in the Navy, never painted an airplane.
Yeah.
I learned hydraulics.
Okay.
Pneumatics.
Yeah.
Electronics.
Yeah.
So I became a mechatronic engineer. Learned them all. And so I did 8 years in the Navy. I was here as a recruiter for a while. After my recruiting bid was up, I got a job in oil and gas. They needed a hydraulic technician. So I got the job working on bigger robots like this. And then it just went crazy. 2017, probably one of the toughest times of my life. My dad passed away. I got laid off of my job because I became a trainer at that point. So
Right.
oil and gas, the spill had happened, downturn. They was blaming it on the president at the time. It had nothing to do with none of that.
Yeah. That's that BP oil spill.
Yeah. I ain't say that, BP. He said. But at the end of the day, that happened, and things kind of went from bad to worse. Bad relationship. So I'm back at Homestead. Hadn't been there since I was 17.
Wow.
And I started WJC
Got you.
on my mama's couch.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now, here we go.
Yeah. So with WJC, I've been having some talks with you these last few weeks.
Right.
Black Book Houston has been extremely proud to say that we support you and what you're doing. One of the things that, I'm super passionate about is mentoring our youth, making sure that these underrepresented minority, brothers and sisters, have something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that we discussed was, ROV Pilots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for those people who don't know what an ROV pilot is, can you kind of explain to them what that is and kind of talk about your role that you're playing in training ROV pilots, and then just kind of breaking into that oil and gas industry and helping more minorities and, you know, people of color get into that industry?
Yeah, so ROV stands for remotely operated vehicle. These are vehicles, if you watch Titanic or you was a part of being paying attention to what happened with the guys with the ROV that went down, the man ROV, using a PlayStation remote to operate. So this is kind of what these robots was made to do inspections. As the oil and gas companies started drilling deeper, since you mentioned the spill, the Deepwater Horizon was at about maybe more than 3,000 feet.
Okay.
And so in that case, that 3,000 feet, ain't no human going down there.
Right.
So they use a robot to go down there. Actually, the robot is what shut the valve in, right?
Oh, wow.
And so now, man, I got tired of being the only black dude out there, bro. Like, for, you know, we use the N-word a lot amongst ourselves. We talk slang amongst ourselves, right? So just imagine being in a van for 30 days, listening to country music. I became a country music. I mean, I like me some Jason Aldean. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I say, man, they made it so hard. It made it seem like it was so hard for us to do.
Right.
You know, but at the end of that, I realized that, you know, we can do this. So soon as I got with this company a couple of years ago, Nauticus, they came out with operating these, Video Ray came out with operating these vehicles with an Xbox controller.
Yeah. So I had an Xbox controller right here.
Right.
Which is crazy to me because, you know, when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me, hey, boy, you better get off them video games. Like, you ain't gonna make no money off of that. So now you telling me that kids that's playing video games can transfer their gaming skills over to robotics.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And so we mentioned earlier when I was talking about, like, you know, what got me here, and I was at my mom's house. You asked me a question about the 3-in-1 Man Foundation. That foundation started off a bad relationship, right? So as I'm putting this little book together, it's called Love, God, and Robots.
Okay.
Right? So I found God through love of a woman.
Yeah.
Right? But then I found what that woman's supposed to be like based off the book of Proverbs.
Okay. So is that where the 3-in-1 come from?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Proverbs 31 woman. So what happened was this woman I was dating, man, she was like, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. And so it took me about 2-3 years after we broke up to read Proverbs 31. And when I read it, man, it changed my mind. You know what I'm saying? And so basically at the same time, you know, they was like, you know, you need to come up with a nonprofit. How you going to give back? You know, and I said 3-in-1, the 3-in-1 Man Foundation. Yeah. And so I play with the one man a little bit, right? Because it's not just men. Yeah. It's women too as well. Yeah. So it's like universal. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, so if women are into, you know, robotics, AI, because by 2031, everything is going to be AI, you know, like I had a job about 5 years ago working at Walmart with robots going into the warehouses, and the Walmart workers was mad. They had their unions out there like, y'all taking our jobs. Like, no, we're not. We're enhancing. You know what I'm saying? They might spend $5.5 billion on these robots to go in all like warehouses. Yeah. But guess what? The robots can't do the work without themselves. Yeah. Like, we can make video games all day, but it's nothing without a controller. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody still got to manipulate this thing, right? Yeah. It's just as smart as what you put in it. So what I'm trying to teach is, like, check it out. I'm getting you into this industry that we're not in, right? But I'm using your love for the Xbox to get you in it. I like that. Then I'm going to teach you the rest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or well, we. Right. You know what I'm saying? We'll teach them the rest. And I like that because, you know, we're giving people the opportunity, right, to tap into skills. I went to college. My background is civil engineering. But while I went through that process of becoming a civil engineer, I also realized, like, there were other students who majored in different things, and there was people who was in college trying to figure it out. And college isn't for everybody. Right. So I feel like this is an opportunity to where they can learn a trade without having to go to school per se, and still do something with themselves.
Right. Which brings me to, I want to congratulate you, man. I don't know if I'm putting too much of your business out there. You can tell me to stop, shut up, whatever, if I am. But
I take congratulations.
oh, okay. Yeah. But you got this contract in Nigeria, right? $500,000 contract in Nigeria to inspect their rigs, do some things out there. Was that with ExxonMobil?
Yeah, it's through Exxon. It's for ExxonMobil, but
ExxonMobil?
I'm using Platform Express is my contact there.
Got you. So not only are you going to, help train our youth, right, and mentor them so that they can be able to learn a trade, and have the skill set to go out here and get a job, you're actually going to hire them as well, right?
Yeah, I want to hire them, and then I want to help them start their own businesses as we are hiring them, right?
Yeah.
The different things that I want to provide for them is opportunity to just, like I say, start your own business. So I'm giving financial literacy.
Okay.
So with that, they're going to open up a checking account, a savings account, a LLC, a nonprofit, and get EINs for all those different things. So when they're all working for W. Johnson Consulting, they have their own company that I'm paying as an entity.
Got you. I like that. That's super brilliant, super smart. And it shows, how invested you are into the community and what it is that, you want to do, which is help minorities break into this industry. Right. And I definitely appreciate
Then
that.
they get to see where we come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get to see, at this point, the silver lining in what we experienced, what our ancestors experienced coming over from that Mayflower. You know what I'm saying? Like, here is what God was saying about Egypt and Canaan land. Yeah. Now that you're in Canaan land, now here I got an opportunity to go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Egypt and see and be able to say, God, thank you.
Yeah. That's a blessing.
Thank you.
That's a
blessing.
Blessing.
That's something that to go see that. When I got back May 27th of 2024, I've been going over there since 2018. Okay. But when I got back, what's that, 3 months ago? 4 months ago? Man, I came to Houston. As soon as I got here, I kissed the ground. Yeah. Right? Not saying that it's that bad over there, but you have to appreciate what we have here. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to be able to cross that tie. Like, I want to be the Black Moses. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? To go back to Egypt. Yeah. Right? I want to take the people from Canaan land and see that. You know what I'm saying? Like the grasshopper, you know what I'm saying? The giants. Like, here we go. Let's change spaces. Yeah. Let's put the grasshoppers, you know what I'm saying, where the giants was, and the giants was where grasshoppers at. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we come back to our prospective places, we can all be giants. We can all live good.
I like that.
And that's God.
Now, we had these amazing robots here, right? I know earlier I introduced you to someone, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you make robots." So do you actually make the robots? Or
no. 2017 goes back to 2017. I got a job working with Video Ray. Okay. Shout out to Video Ray. Thank you, Video Ray. And this robot, the Pro 5, was brand new. Okay. The vendor had been out for a couple of years, but the Pro 5 was brand new. And it didn't even have no logos or nothing. It was just bare bones. And we took it out. And when we took it out, I took a picture with him when we came back up with it. Yeah. I took a picture with it, and now this picture is everywhere. Yeah. You go on Proceanic, you go on Video Ray, you go on mine, you're going to see this picture all over the world. You come to OTC, you go to Proceanic or Video Ray's booth, you're going to see me holding these robots. Yeah. And so yeah, man, that's what these robots I got introduced to them, and I fell in love with them, right? And at that time, we didn't have an Xbox controller. We had the old, Street Fighter type, way of manipulating the robot, So, yeah.
Got you. So we got this beautiful, what do we call this?
So it's a gaming laptop. With a simulator for the robot.
Simulator, that's what I want to say. So let's kind of go through the simulator and, kind of see how this works.
So basically, you have in the training class that we're going to be doing. Okay. At the Collective, I think. Yeah.
The community Collective Houston. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be training at least 30 or more students throughout the year. Right? Okay. Mm-hmm. And when they're going through the training, right, there's going to be 40 hours of simulation training. Right. Okay. You're going to simulate how to manipulate these robots. Gotcha. Right. You're gonna get I'm gonna pay you. Yeah. Right. The training gonna be free.
Okay.
You know, so if any investors out there or sponsors out there want to sponsor a child, a kid, a adult, whatever,
Because typically, how much does this training cost?
about $100,000.
Yeah.
But I reduced the price down to about $25,000.
Okay.
Per student.
Per student.
Per student.
Per student.
Yeah. But they're gonna turn around and make $100,000 by the time they finish.
Got you.
So they're gonna work their way up there.
Got you.
Right. But it don't just happen overnight.
Yeah. So I don't think y'all heard him. He just said typically this is a training that's worth at least $100,000.
Right.
He has broken it down to where he can get away with doing it for $25,000.
Because my people, everybody
Right.
ain't got that type of money to spend.
And he just said, "Hey, I'm looking for some investors, some sponsors. You know what I mean? Who can help with this so that we can have it for free for our youth
Right.
to help them." That's dope, man.
That's dope.
That's dope. I appreciate that.
And you playing a video game for $300 a day.
You know what I'm saying?
30
I do
days,
this
$300.
thing.
You can do the math.
Got you. Got you.
$9,000 a month.
90,000 a month.
9,000.
Oh, you said 9,000.
That's the
a month.
student. That's the
Oh, I was
student.
about to
The
say.
student turns to employee.
I say 90,000 a month. I'm in the wrong profession.
Well, we getting there.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we getting there.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah.
So back to the Defender, and this is the Pro 5.
Yeah.
The Pro 5.
So now I have 6 different. I have 2. You can have the Defender and the Pro 5, right?
Okay.
When you click on them, we'll click the Defender for this purpose, right? It has six different scenarios, right?
Okay.
So since I spoke on the Titanic, let's go see the Titanic.
Okay.
This is kind of a representation of the Titanic. Me and ER, a Marine, we kind of went through, we kind of put some things together how we want, and we still add more stuff where they can do more simulation training. So this gives you what the video ray green sea software looks like, right?
Okay.
And so now most people have problems manipulating. Anybody can fly the vehicle,
Mhm.
right? But getting through the software is where the issue's at, right? So we'll talk about the software a little bit, and then by the time we finish, we'll go about the hardware. But let's put this firmware together right now, right? So at the end of the day, what we do is we have the sonar, the camera, and this is a survey screen, so you can see where you at. You know, so somebody's watching you. Big Brother's watching you.
Yeah.
So then you don't want to lose one of these either.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we have sensors on it that can track it where it's at, right? Unless it implodes.
Right.
Right. So anyway, I just go to where is that? F2 puts us on the HD camera, and then F6 gives us a whole screen. So as you are moving about.
Oh, so now, this is me.
That's your head.
Oh,
that's you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. So now you see where it says pitch and roll. Hit the selector at the top to change yourself to.
Which one? This right here?
Yeah. See how it's going? Hit it again. Camera. Now push A to look down. Hold A down.
Oh, wow.
All right. So you see the manipulator.
Okay.
That's the Titanic right there. So
Okay.
hold down on your thing, and I'll help you out. So it'd be like a 2-3 man operation, right?
Got you.
It'd be the guy that as we're doing the training, we have 3 guys operating this one system: a pilot, co-pilot, and the inspector, right? Who's gonna sit there and take notes on everything.
Oh, see, I'm rotating that thing.
Rotate,
Okay.
Yeah. So every time you hit one of those things, it's gonna rotate, tell you where you at, right?
Gotcha.
So in the meantime, while you playing with that, I'm gonna keep you focused, pilot.
Okay.
Co-pilot, right? We got a job to do. Let's go down here, look at this ship. Let's look at the Titanic.
Yeah.
So I'm helping you get down. I'm gonna lock your depth in. So as you go the other way, you're gonna go down. Use that button to go down. Right, boom.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going down. See your altimeter. So you got your depth and you got your altimeter.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
So this telling you how deep you are in the water with your depth, and the altimeter how far you off the bottom, the sea floor, right? And so if you swap through from a nip to camera, one more time.
This right
All
there,
right.
right?
Now hit A or B on your buttons. Hold it. I'm sorry.
Oh, hold it.
All right. Hit the other one. Hit the other one.
Which one?
All of them. See how you're going through different zoom and focus?
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
Then you can go zoom in and focus.
Oh, I see.
All right.
I see.
Right.
Yeah. Then I can switch
now
back
you can
and
switch
forth.
back and forth.
Got you.
So then you can come down. You can keep coming down. And what we do is the inspector or the supervisor will be sitting there, and it'll be myself telling you, hey, drive around here, drive around, go look at this or look at that.
Got you.
We have a scenario where you can be on the R rig doing what these things actually do, right? So, and then all this is recorded. So I come here as your pilot, and I hit the button record, and I take pictures here, right?
Got you. So it's a real. It's like
It's everything
an
is there.
inspection. So
Right.
now you have everything.
Right.
Okay.
So let's get into the real part of what I teach, what I love. I hate flying.
Oh, you hate
I
flying?
don't like flying.
Really?
That's for girls.
Oh,
You know what I'm
wow.
saying? That's what I tell my
Dang,
son.
let me put the controller
yeah,
down.
I
You
just
got
tell
me
my
feeling
son that's for girls, man. But I used to joke with the guy because I couldn't do it. So
I got
I'll
you.
find a way to be like, that's for girls, bro.
Yeah.
You know, go do a real man's job, right? Let's work on this thing, right?
Yeah.
I didn't fly the airplanes,
Right.
but I worked on
them.
right?
Got you.
So that's where it comes in. So basically, on the screen here, this is not going to give a representation because we didn't want to waste the money when we built this to show that portion, because we can show that portion for real. So when you go to the doctor and you get in the back of the room, she got you in this little gown, the first thing she do is pull out that scope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She put that scope, she put it on you. What's it called? Stethoscope?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you come
I'm
here.
with you.
I put it here, right?
Yeah.
Boom, it's there. Hit the button, right? And now what's not here is a bunch of IP addresses, right? If your IP addresses is red,
Yeah.
it's not working.
Got you.
Now each component on here
Has its
an
own IP address.
So 192.168.10.
Got you.
One,
So that's how you
two,
control the
three.
thrusters,
Yeah.
the gate. Okay.
232
I
and
got you.
45. I don't got to teach that,
Yeah.
right? It's like now we ain't got to teach nobody how to write a paper because
Yeah.
they can just say what they want to say, put it in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So why would I waste the students' brain space
Right.
teaching 232, 45?
Got
I
you.
ain't got to do that.
Got
Even down to the coding. Now, if you want to learn that, I'll teach you that,
Got you.
right? But I make it so simple where each, like right now, you can see a 20 on the back of this,
Mhm.
right? That's thruster number 7.
Yeah.
It's a vertical. It's number 20. So when that comes up there, they say 192.168.10.20. If it's red, you go to the box here, pull out the spare, put it back in. It's already ready to go.
Got you.
Now when it comes back, it has an IP address of 192.168.10.127,
Yeah.
right? Then all I gotta do is program it with the student who wants to do the coding,
Got you.
right? So that's how we do that, right? So at the end of the day, how this robot functions, right? At the end of the day, we got a lot of computers and cameras around here right now, right? Check it out. We're doing maintenance
Yeah.
right now, right? So have we get to a point where 192.168.10.20,
Okay.
and at the same time, what happens is while we're in the middle of maintenance, it might be things that happen. You don't know what's going to happen in the middle of doing maintenance or whatnot. So at the end of the day, we take off the top, and then we look under the hood, right?
Yeah.
So now what happens is you hit the button here.
Mhm.
You know 20 is the one that's bad.
Right.
So now let's go to the vehicle, remove the lid, right? Put on our safety equipment to go outside and do what we got to do. Take off the lid, and we find number 20. In the middle of finding number 20, right, we see other things that's wrong,
Yeah.
right? So as that takes place, right, we find the right portion, put it in, but then I need to come back and just give you something else, right?
Mhm.
The way this works is it's 110 coming out of the outlet in the U.S.
Right.
In the UK or in Nigeria, to be exact, 220 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
What difference does it make, right? It doesn't. The converter is still going to convert the power to 400 volts DC,
Got you.
right? So I don't need to teach how that conversion happened.
Right.
Once again, I'm wasting brain space,
Yeah.
right? For something that's irrelevant. But to the guy who wants to know it,
You'll teach it to
I
them.
teach him in
Got
the
you.
advanced side. Everybody's
Got
going to
you.
know it by the time it's over with.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to make you fall in love with this thing so much, right? That you're going to want to know how it actually works,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, 110 comes in, converts it to 400 volts DC. It goes through down the tether and hits the power module. The power module takes the 400 volts and steps it back down to 48 volts DC, 24 volts DC, and 12 volts DC. So the thrusters and the lights all run off 48 volts,
Got you.
right? The cameras, right? The pitch and roll, the heading, all that stuff that you're seeing is running off 12 and 24 volts.
Got you.
Right? So at the end of the day, what it is that you need, it's all coming through the 110, the 120 power, right? So once it hits the power module, it takes 12, 24 volts to the comms module. The comms module holds the 232 to 45.
Got
right?
you.
You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
It's holding
Got
the
you.
192, 168. Now it's making everything talk together.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called a communication module.
Yeah.
And 232 and 45 ain't nothing but ways of communicating.
Yeah.
In robotics.
Right.
Now see how simple I made that sound, right?
Yeah.
I'm a
nerd now.
you're a nerd, right? But
So,
to the average person that's not a nerd, right? I'm not a nerd.
Yeah. Well, I am.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with being a nerd, though. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was good. I thought I was gangster growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I was hiding my smartness. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I got tired of doing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm out here working, only person looking like me. And back in the day, they was like, well, go in there and be quiet. You might be the smartest person, but don't say nothing.
Right.
F that.
Right. No,
I'm saying something.
You know
what I'm saying?
Show your brilliance.
Hey, my parents, I done got all these whoopings for getting a D. You know what I'm saying? I done got beaten till, you know what I'm saying, to be smart. Then you gonna tell me once I get here to dumb it down? Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Right.
Right? I know how to make this thing work.
Yeah.
Right? Pay me for it.
Absolutely.
For what I'm worth.
Yeah.
So what happened was, as I was getting to that point of learning these robots, I fell in love with it, how it all moves, how it all operate, to that simplicity, right? So now, I just showed you the first portion, the robot in the water doing the work, right? I done showed you how to take it apart and put it back together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at.
Nah, man, that's super dope. That is super, super, super dope. You talked a lot about, you know, simplifying it, dumbing it down, and making it understand. Because I'm geeked out over here, right?
Right.
So I'm like nerding out. But as you're training ROV pilots, are there certain qualifications or certain requirements or a certain, you know, grade level or mental capacity a person must have in order to operate these vehicles and for you to train them?
Yes.
Okay.
The want to do it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You want to do it?
So as long as I count to 10, I can do this.
You can do it. The want and the desire to do it.
Yeah.
Who are me to qualify, disqualify? We already getting disqualified in every other arena out there anyway. So why would I disqualify you from learning something that you
can do? Did
Xbox tell your parents, ask your parents that question?
No.
Like, did you have to have some type of, you just plug it into the wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. You plug it into the wall, right? Now, at this point in time, is Xbox paying you to play that?
Not at all.
WJC is.
Okay.
Do you want that?
Right.
That's the code. That's the key. Do you want to learn this information?
Gotcha.
Now, if you want to learn it, it's going to come with a lot of stuff, though.
For sure.
Right? The thing of it is, I came from Homestead, right? I went to the Navy. Now, every other kid, you might have been disqualified to go to the Navy, right? So now, what they disqualified you on is something mental, something health-wise, whatever. I ain't got to disqualify you on that because we got something for everybody. Even down to, I made it so simple, say any down to the kids that's been diagnosed with autism. I can teach him how to come and take this apart. Because guess what he got at home? An Xbox controller.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not disqualifying nobody. You know what I'm saying? So if you so I basically taken this to Being Genius is a STEM program from K through 8. And what she is doing with the program is for the Pro 5. She's breaking it down from a kindergarten level all the way up to 8th grade.
That's awesome.
Right? And at the same time, I've taken the Defender to Booker T. Washington, to Dr. Miller and Dr. Lee, and I give them that information to them. It was free.
Yeah.
Could I sold it to HISD? I could have sold it and made money, but God has already blessed me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm wasting $500 shorts. You know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all can have this for these kids. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I gave it to them so they'll be teaching it. You know why? You ain't asked me this, but I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
The Navy just bought $92 million worth of these robots.
Wow. And
guess what they going to do with them?
What they going to do?
Destroy mines.
Wow.
Bombs underwater. I just did it in December.
Yeah.
We taken this robot, put everything that a Tesla has in it, all right? Took what Elon Musk put for us to use Wi-Fi from the space. We put it subsea.
Wow.
We can send this robot untethered, unmanned, using an Xbox controller that's telling it to go. Psh. So that's why. Got you.
Man, that's super dope. But as we wrap up, man, tell the people where they can find you, how they can support you, and just leave them with any gem that you.
So right now, I'm in an ION in a prototype lab, big up to prototype lab, but I'm hoping to be at the
Community Collective Houston.
Right. That's where we want to do the training classes at. And so if you want to reach out to me or you're interested in the program, wjohnsonconsulting.com. You can do the same thing, WIIJJ, WeJ. On Instagram, you can find me, William Johnson Jr. on Facebook, on LinkedIn. If you're interested, you want to be a part of the team. We're looking for people. We're looking for students. We're looking for investors. We're looking for politicians who want to get a part of this. We're looking for preachers because we will be teaching them how to be innovative men of God using the book of Proverbs.
I like that. I like that. Well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Black Book TV. I hope y'all really grab something from this. Make sure that you share, like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can follow us on all social media platforms at Black Book Houston. It's been real, and until next time, peace.